Most people probably don't think of Sweden as a top-tier culinary destination. I mean, besides Swedish meatballs, what else is there? Honestly, I had those same thoughts myself, but after a week in Stockholm, I can safely say that Sweden has some of the best produce anywhere on earth. And that produce absolutely shines when it comes to making cocktails. This video is starting off extremely strong at a bar called Gemma. I love a bar that feels like a passion project. There are some bars with tons of investment money that can hire people to build whatever they want, and then there are the bars that feel like they were built with the same hands as the people who are making your drinks. This is one of those bars. Everything about Gemma feels like it was built with passion for cocktails in mind, from the drinks to the emphasis on zero waste and using local ingredients and flavors whenever possible. And of course, the bar itself. An extremely chill neighborhood spot run by people who absolutely love what they do and are damn good at doing it. Passion is a very strong theme when it comes to Stockholm bars, and Gemma is a perfect showcase of that passion. Hidden behind a fake flower shop is one of the coolest bars in Stockholm, making some of the best drinks anywhere in the city. Lucy's is George Costanza's dream bar, draped in velvet from head to toe. It's dark and moody, but never too cool as to feel uninviting. The drinks focus on highlighting a pair of ingredients like rye and apple, scotch and coffee, or more classic Swedish flavors like lingonberry and spruce, but always with a unique twist to keep you guessing. It's such a cool room with phenomenal drinks, great vibes, and talented staff. Everything you could possibly want in a cocktail bar. One warning though, it is surprisingly well hidden, and I'm embarrassed to admit how long it took me to locate the entrance. But finding your way in is most certainly worth the effort. A chef's table, wine bar, bistro, and cocktail bar all under one roof. That's Haktet, a massive complex housed inside a former prison. As much as I would like to try all the different venues, obviously, I'm here for the cocktail bar. The bar has a long history of some weird and wonderful menus which they proudly display as wall art. A Lego-inspired menu, a Star Wars menu based on lottery tickets, the color spectrum. Super fun and thoughtful stuff. The menu during my visit was printed on a children's puzzle. The cocktails have just as much thought put into them as well, with the glassware mimicking the shape on the menu and the flavors pairing with the color of the shape. I picked the green rectangle and got a delicious snap pea drink served in a rectangle Collins. So smart, and I cannot wait to see what they come up with next. Every city needs a good rum bar, and Stockholm has one in Paradiso. Massive selection of great rum from all over the Caribbean, and great cocktails too. I had a Miami Vice milk punch which was spectacular. I wasn't able to spend too much time here, but I really wanted to. You should be proud of me for showing some constraint. I am a normal, well-adjusted adult. Look, I'm just going to apologize now because there are a number of bars on this list with extremely Swedish names, and I am going to butcher all of them. I don't know what this place is called. 2005? That makes no sense. They wrote the 20 and the 5 in numerals, which makes me want to say them in English, and then 100, which I'm assuming means 100, is written with letters. Obviously in Swedish. It's confusing the hell out of me, but I'll be damned if that's going to stop me from talking about this place. Whatever the name is, just know that it's exactly the type of bar that I like visiting. Super cozy vibes, friendly staff, and cocktails that punch well above their weight. If you do cocktails with Mountain Dew or banana curry, you are guaranteed to hook me in. Also, they gotta taste good. Don't go thinking you can do a banana curry cocktail without it actually tasting good. Luckily, they taste great. Everything is great. My Swedish, though, not so great. Okay. For a country so close to the Arctic Circle, Sweden grows a surprising selection of exceptional produce. Quality over quantity is the name of the game, with an extreme focus on highlighting local farmers and hyper-seasonality. Swedes truly take pride in their locally grown crops and are unbelievably talented when it comes to highlighting those ingredients. And nowhere in Sweden does that better than Roda Huset. A constantly changing menu that adapts to the seasons, creating drinks from the best of what Scandinavia has to offer. Berries, apples, carrots, and so much more. Locally grown, always. Cocktails that seem simple on paper but have so much depth of flavor and go above and beyond to highlight the ingredients that they care so much about. Every single drink I tasted was amazing, but if you ever find yourself at Roda Huset, make sure to taste their seasonal hot drink, even if it's the summer. They always have one on the menu, and the one I had with berries and cream was sensational. The mix of cold cream and warm berries is the type of drink that puts a smile on your face while also questioning everything you ever knew about flavor. Roda Huset is a phenomenal ambassador for the Swedish cocktail scene and a must visit if you're in Stockholm. Black Milk Gastro Bar is split up into two different rooms, an omakase-style dining room on the main floor and a cocktail bar upstairs. I didn't get to experience the restaurant as it was booked solid during my whole trip, but if their upstairs cocktail bar is any indication, the quality is sure to be exceptional. My advice, book well in advance for dinner and show up early to make sure you can experience the upstairs bar as well. The bar could easily stand alone as its own experience worth visiting, but paired with one of the hottest restaurants in the city, and this is without a doubt one of the best spots in town. Sweden has quite a few small batch distilleries making high quality spirits like gin, vodka, akavit, and if you're looking for a local distillery experience in Stockholm, then Brannerian is where you want to go. Branneri is the distillery and Brannerian is the attached cocktail bar, where they showcase some of the amazing experimental distillates and highlight a lot of those spirits in some very delicious cocktails. Local spirits, local ingredients, local flavors, yet another stellar example of the passion for Sweden in a glass. The basement of an artillery museum is the last place I'd expect to find a cocktail bar, let alone a cocktail bar with as messed up a sense of humor as Stjartilleriet. The menu is filled with chlamydia jokes and golden shower references, but the drinks are also actually just really good. Some bold flavors, forward-thinking sustainability techniques, Nordic warfare, and dick jokes. What more could you want? Any photos you've ever seen of the Stockholm skyline are probably dominated by the Grand Hotel. The fanciest of hotels comes with the fanciest of hotel bars, and at the Grand Hotel, that bar is Cadierbaren. There's always a risk that a super old hotel like this one won't have a forward-thinking modern bar, but that is not the case here. Another bar with a focus on the seasonality and locally grown products of Sweden, their menu is an awesome art piece highlighting a number of different regions of the country. Another uniquely Swedish experience that cannot be missed. It is a universal truth that any bars or restaurants with prime real estate in the main town square are pretty much guaranteed to be tourist traps. It has been true since the dawn of time, but there are some exceptions. Pharmarium is one of those exceptions. A super cool apothecary-themed bar with a very interesting drinks menu. There's some really delicious, really weird things going on here, which is totally unexpected from a place that could easily get away with just serving cheap wine and Aperol spritzes. I guess it's true that you should never judge a book by its cover. But if I'm being honest, I am not going to stop judging books by their covers. Just get a better cover. The godfather of Stockholm cocktail bars. Tjoget has been on the scene for over a decade, starting countless bartending careers and winning every single award along the way. Other bars have come and taken Stockholm to new heights, but those bars very likely don't exist without Tjoget paving the way. A Mediterranean restaurant, beer cafe, and world-class cocktail bar all rolled into one. This is a neighborhood bar on steroids. High volume, high quality. So many iconic drinks on a menu full of absolute bangers. This is what every neighborhood bar should aspire to be. It's easy to see why they've been this successful for over a decade and are showing no signs of slowing down. At the start of this video, I talked about how A Bar Called Gemma felt like a passion project, and honestly, I could very much just copy and paste that exact part of the script, word for word, and replace Gemma with Afterglow. But I won't do that, because this is a bar that deserves its own unique praise. So much of Afterglow is perfectly in line with what I think makes a great bar, and that rests entirely on the people who run the place. Show your passion for the industry and how much you love what you do, and you are going to create a place that I am going to glaze with every opportunity. The cocktails, undeniable. Super tasty drinks that I definitely had way too many of. I try to only do a maximum of 2 drinks per bar that I visit, but I blew way past that limit here because everything was so interesting and so delicious. Inside the menu, each drink has a full page of notes showcasing the thought process of the creation. A very cool touch. It's clear how much they nerd out about cocktails in the industry, and I could spend hours sitting at this bar without any issues. It's one of the newer bars in Stockholm, and they're a bit outside of the city center, so hopefully that doesn't affect their business too much, because Afterglow is a bar that deserves all the success in the world. It's a prime example of the passion on display in Stockholm and the perfect place for a final stop.